slopey, isn't it? I'm trying to find a flat bit. I don't want to go down there in case we get a lot of rain, because somebody's got stuck down there already. Look, see them? Right down by the tree there. Yeah, see, it's quite wet here, isn't it? See how wet it is? Yeah, I don't want to get stuck in there. See how wet it is? Look at the water. Ellie has my sentiments exactly. Chilling. We got here. And as you can see, I've put up the awning. And it's flipping lovely now. It was just starting to spot with rain when I got here. I put my awning up quickly, thinking we were going to get a lot of rain, which we are later. We're supposed to be getting a lot of rain later on. Let's show you around. No, you stay there, Els. Look at it. Look. Beautiful. Rick's not got here yet. What a spot. What do you think, Ellie? Do you like it? Ellie likes it. God, it's beautiful here. Oh, look at the views. Look. There's Rick's not here yet. There's 2 caravans. There's hundreds of acres here. It's really nice. There's 1 caravan over there who's got the solar panel out, I see. I think Ellie's trying to pinch some food. And there's another one down over there, which I noticed when we came in. Wow! Look, I'm all set up. This was the flattest bit I could find, actually. I had to use some ramps to level up a little bit. There's a lot of standing water in the puddles, and it looks like somebody, I might have been the chip people with their caravan. There's a lot of skidding and stuff going on down over there, so it looks like they might have got stuck. So I've opted for the middle, so at least I can just reverse, hopefully off of here onto the road and then drive back out. At least that was the plan. I wanted to go up there, up under the trees over there, but there's like a ditch along level with the road, so obviously you can't get up that end. So yeah, so I've opted for here. So I'm right in the middle, which is not like me. I tend to go towards the edge, out the way. But there's nobody here, so it doesn't matter, does it? You know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, first time I've used the awning for years. I can't remember the last time I used that. You'll have to go back and have a look at some of the videos, but it was quite a while ago. And I noticed how many holes it's got in it as well. I hope you're not getting all tangled up there, Ellie. Are you? Are you getting all tangled? I hope you're not. Oh, you not the stall over already. You plonker. Yes, plonker you are. Yeah, so there we are. It's lovely, isn't it? There's a bloke in a lorry up there. There's a few people walking around, look. There's 4x4 up there. Because they do the Land Rover experience here at Eastnor, don't they? You can drive a Land Rover. I don't know whether it's around here or not. But there's one of the lakes. That goes through to the other lake, which is over there. Normally we go down there. Don't know if you could see that old dead tree right in the middle. But we're usually down that end. But you can't get through this time. They've put big logs across the entrance, so you can't go down that end. So the only bit you can go in is this bit and that bit. Camping. I mean, you could still go in there. There's somebody in there now, look, with their dog. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Yes, Rick's not here yet. He should be here in probably about half an hour, I expect. So I'll keep an eye out for him. Lovely. What are we going to do? Exciting. What are we going to do? Good morning. How art thou? I didn't do any more yesterday. I got here just before lunch, I think. Or was it lunchtime? I can't remember. No, just before lunch, I think it was. And obviously set up. And Rick's here now, look. Yeah, we didn't do anything yesterday. Didn't do a thing yesterday. Just had a little walk around and sat in a chat and drunk tea, and that was it. Never did a thing. So yeah, to be honest, I'm not quite sure we're going to do very much today. It's very wet. It was quite a difference. It was supposed to have rained yesterday afternoon, and it never came to anything. It was actually quite a nice afternoon yesterday. We just sat and chilled out and just enjoyed the sunshine, really, or what there was of it. But it was nice. It was a nice day yesterday. But today is very different. I don't know if you can see out there, but it's very wet. Very wet. Lots of standing water there on the path, which is why I parked where I did. There's lots of soft patches. Even though we haven't really had that much rain, there is a lot of sort of squishy patches here, I found. There's a caravan down over there. There was sort of a lot of skid marks on the grass and that. And I thought, yeah, they looked like they may have had issues. I don't know whether it was them or might have been people before, I don't know. But there's nobody here. There's two caravans. There's one down there. There's one over there behind the bushes. And there's us, and that's it. Brilliant. We've got the whole estate to ourselves, pretty much. Lovely. So, I guess the order today is just sort of, well, wait between the showers, hopefully. It looks grey everywhere. So, I don't know what's going to happen today. I'll have to, well, drink me cup of tea. Fingers crossed it stops raining, and we'll get out and have a little wander. So, see how it goes. I've just done half an hour to the camera. Wasn't turned on. Morning, guys. Me and Ellie have come for a walk. We're down the other end. I was just saying that how nice it is here. It's massive. There's so many places to walk around here. It's beautiful. I was pointing out to you earlier that I thought that was the lake that we parked against last time. But I didn't realise there's actually 4 lakes, not 2. So I thought we were parked over there last time. I thought Rick was over there, and me and Damon and Joe were over this side, but actually then I then realised that where we were before was actually over there. So it's even further away. Yeah, so massive. Yes, it's a huge place. I was saying I think I prefer this end. I don't know why, but I quite like this end more than that end. I don't know why. Maybe it seems more open. I don't know really, but it's very nice. Yes, they had event planners in here yesterday. There's lots of people with clipboards and maps and stuff. They were here all day yesterday, walking around with vans and stuff in this bit. Because this used to be the camping end, you see. They used to have camping in this end of the estate, and you had the arena or event field was in that end. But they seem to have changed it now. It's actually a lot flatter this end, this side. More slopey where we are. So the camping is in the slopey side, and now the event field is now in this side, which is a little bit flatter. Because I have been here for events before. I don't know if you guys can remember my Land Rover I had. I did do a video on it once to show you what it was like. A Land Rover, a 1983 Land Rover I rebuilt. And yes, it got in Land Rover International magazine. I was very chuffed with it. But it was such a piece of junk that it was because it was a Land Rover and it was so reliable, I just got shot of it in the end. I was like, fed up with it. It spent more time off the road than on, so I thought, right, that's it, bad enough. And, just got rid of it. But wow, look, can you see how wet everything is? Look. There is so much standing water everywhere here. It's mental. I'm really glad I parked where we did. I hope you guys can hear all right, because I've got the little wind muff on the camera, but it's quite windy today, so we might not actually be able to film anything at all. Look at all this water. Look at it. Yes, this is the half we were in. That's where we parked. You can see the tree stump down there. I remember when we came, Damon brought Barney with him. Now, unfortunately, Barney's not with us anymore, but he took lots of photographs of Barney on the tree stump. If I can remember that. Oh, it's lovely in here. Oh, I do like it here. I mean, look at that out there, look. Look at the lovely view. I think you could actually... not sure if you can go up there. I think... Oh, there's sheep in there at the moment. It's fenced off up that way. There's lots of ducks in here, look. Not chasing the ducks, are you, Ellie? No, you're a good girl. She's a good girl, she is. Not chasing the ducks. Maybe that's the deer park in this side. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it's definitely a lot flatter in here. This makes a much nicer camping field, I think, personally. I think it's harder to find a level ground down that end. But I guess what's the point of opening if there's nobody here? You know? I mean, there's Rick and myself and 2 caravans, and that's it. That's all that's here this week. We've opted for a midweek one this time. It's easier than trying to come on a weekend. Trying to come on weekends is a pain in the neck. And it's usually, especially now at the moment, everywhere's just too busy, so just decided not to bother. Just thought, right, midweek it is. You know, if not got a massive amount of work, then blow it. Might as well just go away in the week. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can remember any of this here. You remember coming up here? I don't know if you can or not. Yeah, so I remember this end. It's lovely here. That's the river. Oh, they put new fences. All along there. They've cut all the shrubbery back as well. This was a thick hedge down through here, and they've cleared it all out. It's all been taken out. Bit of a shame, really. Yeah, it's really thick hedge here. It's all gone. I guess they've had to clean the ditch out or whatever, for like a drainage ditch. Yes, this is definitely the end we were in. This is where I was parked. I was parked here. Pretty much where I am stood now is where we parked last time. Yeah. Remember the tree there? This is the stump. Damon was parked there somewhere. Was he parked there and I was over here, I think? Something like that. And then Joe was over there. I can't remember now. Yeah, I liked it down this end. I think it would have been foolish to come here again though this time. If we were allowed, I think it would have been iffy because it's very, very wet everywhere. Look at all the puddles there, look. Yeah, I think it would be foolish. It would have been foolish to come here, I think. We got stuck. They've cleaned the pond out, look. They've built a new wall here by the looks of things. A few ducks in there. Yeah, they've cleaned all that out. There's lots of ducks in there. Bless them. Anyway, let's go down through here. And we'll walk around and they can maybe go up the other side. Oh, you can see how wet it is. Look at it. It's mad. Can you remember what it was like last time? You go into the gate like because that's where we went last time. We went in there, walked over there and then followed the river round. Didn't we? We're not going that way this time. We're going up here. Cool, smells a bit sort of stagnant or something in there. Oh no, there's the gate we went through. It's that one there, look. Oh, it's all padlocked. See, it's got padlocks on it now. Oh, it's nice. Yeah, there's the river, look. See the river? Cool, look all the silt and muck that's built up around here. Can you see that? Look all the mud there. Blimey. Don't remember it being like that last time. There's a ball down there. Don't tell Ellie. Don't tell her. Oh, look, there's a nice... Oh, that's interesting. Look at that in there. They've got like sculptures or something all up in the trees. Can you see all that? Oh, that's quite interesting. What's all that for then? I bet that's really nice when the sun comes out, when the sun catches it and it sort of shines up through. I bet that's really nice. Yeah, I can remember walking this way last time. I came all up through here and sort of did a loop. Went all up around there and did a loop and then came back. Yeah. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. I'm glad it's not raining as much as I thought it was going to. I thought we were going to get some really heavy thunderstorms, but it's quite nice. It's not too bad. It's quite acceptable. It's just showers mostly. My feet are getting wet. My feet are getting wet in the long grass. Maybe I should have stayed on the path. There's a bird of prey's feather there, look. Can you see that? Might be a buzzard or something, maybe. Don't know. Nice, isn't it? Nice feather. Nice feather. I'm getting wet feet, Ellie. Yeah, there was lots of there's a walk here, I remember it now. It goes all up through the woods. There's a walk goes up through the woods, goes all up through there. I can remember that. Used to get to it from down that end and you could walk along it. That's right, I remember now. Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe we'll do that after lunch. That'd be nice. Yes, I remember it now. There was a gate at that end and you could walk through. I don't know where it went because I didn't walk all the way down that way last time. Yeah, I treated my shoes to some of that that nick wax as well, but it's not working. I've got wet feet. Never mind. Never mind. You're alright, wait for me, Andy. Wait for me. Yes, lovely place to be. Lovely place to be. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm sorry if the video's a bit boring. What else do you do when it's pouring rain? You either sit in your camper and read a book, watch a film, maybe cook something, if you've got any ingredients, which I haven't. And well, that's it, innit? That's it, can't do much else. Right, yeah, that's about it really. Can't really show you much else. So yeah, it's starting to rain a bit heavier as well, so yeah, head back to the van, have a cup of tea, because that's what we do, have a nice cup of tea. Come on then, let's go this way. Back and get our cup of tea. I can hear the cuckoo. I can hear the cuckoo. A nice seat, look. You can, if you come here on events or you're camping, a couple of seats there, look, and then you can sit and overlook the river. Or the, one of the lakes. Which is very nice, isn't it? There's one duck there, look, over there. There was lots of ducks here last time. This was full up with ducks. Actually, there's quite a few in the field. You won't be able to see them, but there's lots of ducks dotted around all over the place. Bless them. Right, cup of tea. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's the end of the, what is it, second day? Yeah, end of the second day.
Day 2.
Yeah. We're going home tomorrow. And I haven't filmed anything today. Well, I did. I went for a walk this morning, didn't I? It's been too wet. It's rained all day.
You can hear the rain.
Yeah.
It's a nice sound.
Isn't it funny how you put on a different persona when the camera goes on? Hello. And you go completely different. You're not yourself, are you?
I'm being what's the word? Facetious. No. That's the wrong word.
YouTubey.
I'm being YouTube. No, I'm just
You do know, don't you?
I-
Find people
no, I-
do it.
I-
People, don't you find most people that do YouTube, they are actually different.
when people shove a camera in your face, I tend to
You
go
go completely different.
rabbit in the headlights.
Yeah,
and like,
that's right, yeah.
Not sure what to say. Not
Yeah.
sure what to do.
I'm the same. It's alright if it's my camera, but if it's somebody else's, like, woo.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to just be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, I don't know.
But I'm really relaxed right now, just listening to that sound of the rain.
I can't hear it now somehow. It just because I'm so used to it. Because the thing is,
It's always there.
the
It's
most
in my
times that I go away is in the winter.
head.
Well, obviously not this year or last, but you know, it's yeah, I'll go away in the winter, and of course, it's 9 times out of 10 it's raining. So I
yeah.
get so used to it. It's just like a second sound.
No, it's always a treat for me. I love the sound of the rain.
I like a clock. I always like a clock ticking.
Okay, yeah.
I like
yeah.
a little bedside clock, little plastic things, and it's like tick, 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 you know.
Yeah.
And it's just something.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like when I used to stay at my grandparents when I was a kid, and you could hear the old clock ticking in the. You know, it's that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a sort of old relaxing memory type sounds. I like stuff like that. Because my wife don't like it. She don't like the clock. She finds it annoying if it's ticking. She said it keeps her awake. But don't me. It's on the opposite.
It's interesting actually. I had 2 clocks, one in my kitchen and one in the living room, like sort of kitchen size clocks on the wall, and I actually swapped them out for non-ticking ones.
Oh right.
Because sometimes I'd sit there and especially if you get a tick 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 tick.
Oh, that's
tick, tick, and every now and again,
go tick 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 tick.
well, every now and again they'd synchronise.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
you'd be sat there listening for them ages.
and there's and over time,
Yeah.
they start falling out of synchronisation again, and
Doesn't that get you going?
And it's like it must be the OCD.
Yeah,
in me or
no, I
something,
do
don't
that.
know.
I do that. I
But-
find that it's really annoying. You're like,
Yeah.
when are they going to sync up again?
Yeah.
When you let them go tick, tick, that one, that one. No. You're waiting for them to tick in sync, can't they?
But now I've got 2 clocks that I've just bought 2 the same, and you can hear the motors running, and it just makes this.
Brrr.
It's just like a sometimes
white noise, is it?
Sometimes it's really quiet, and there's this kind of best I can describe is like a squiggling, scrabbling noise, very, very, very faint.
You got mice in there.
And sometimes I'm trying to think, where's that? What is that? And I'm walking around the room, and then I'm getting closer to the clock. And it's the clock. But yeah, the hand doesn't tick; it just goes round on a steady.
It's like a white noise clock.
Well, not even that. It still makes noise, but just a different kind of noise, and it's not a tick. So,
I've still got your old mum's clock in my garage.
what clock's that?
The old clock you used to have on. Is it on the stairs?
Oh, that one. I remember
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, with the big
Well,
swinging pendulum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't. I took the pendulum out because it kept falling off.
Oh,
Sorry, it's got no pendulum and that's gone, but the clock's still there. The clock's in the garage.
that was a funny clock because that was like you had a battery for the clock
That's
and then
right.
a battery for the
battery
pendulum.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, where were we staying once? And I thought, oh, that clock was lovely. So, yeah, the little cuckoo clock it was.
Okay.
It was amazing. Brilliant little thing. And it used to go ding, ding. It had this little chime in it. It was a genuine
Like a proper.
Is it Swedish? Are they
I think
Swedish?
so.
And,
Switzerland, isn't it?
Switzerland, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it was a genuine Swiss clock. It was lovely. It was really tiny. And it had this little cuckoo. Boop, boop, boop. It used to come out. And the sound of it was just beautiful. It was really nice. I thought, I'd love to have a cuckoo clock.
A genuine.
It was a genuine one. It was
Swiss
lovely.
clock.
Yeah, it was really nice. Lovely little thing it was. Can't remember what that was. On holiday somewhere. A little caravan or something we were staying in. Yeah, it was just about to nod off and boop, boop,
Yeah.
No, it used to go off at night. I think there was a little switch on it
Oh, right.
on the back.
Yeah.
Because I was interested,
Yeah,
so
that
I
would-
took it down and had a look.
That would do my
Yeah,
head
a
in.
little switch at the
So
back
it
that
just nodded
between
off.
certain hours, I think night hours or something. It
Okay.
said, and you could flick it, and the little cuckoo wouldn't come out, or he'd come out. You'd hear him go. Chick, 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 chick,
Oh,
chick,
okay.
chick. You'd hear like the mechanism
You wouldn't hear
working while
that.
he was popping out, but
Yeah.
he didn't go boo boo. It
Yeah.
was silent. Is that recording? Oh yeah. That's right.
You haven't got your red flashing light on.
Have I not? No, it's in the case. If you're in the case, you can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Was that the 8?
Aye.
Is that the Hero 8?
Looks 7, isn't it?
Looks
I think
familiar.
that's a 7.
Okay.
I think it is. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 that is.
Okay.
It's a 7.
They're good cameras. Well,
Yeah,
when they work.
Yeah,
When they work.
Yeah, I did have a lot of issues. I found it was a card.
Yeah.
The best, you buy the
Really
best
fussy
card
that
you
card.
can afford. You buy the best card, you get less problems with them. Because I tried smaller, cheaper cards and I had nothing but trouble with it.
Assuming the card you get is a genuine one.
Yeah, which is this is how I found out, because I don't think the ones I had were.
No.
I think that's why I was getting problems with it.
I've had iffy cards from Amazon before.
You don't know,
I'm
do you?
sure of
Can't
it,
tell,
yeah.
can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good little camera, actually. It's a good camera.
Good. I just love the fact they've got a wide angle lens. You haven't got to worry about focusing,
No.
light even. I mean, it's not very light in here, but that'll be a fine picture, I'm sure.
Yeah, they do sort of. They can get a little bit iffy, can't they?
We can get a bit
but they're still
grainy in
pretty
low
good.
light. I'll put light on if you
They're
want.
good for what they are.
I'll put light on.
You can do.
Ugh.
Just in case
Can't be bothered.
you couldn't see the first half of the video.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did a whole bit of the camera this morning. I walked around half the park and I thought, look over there.
oh,
I haven't started recording.
that's the sort
Tried
of
to
thing I
start
do.
all over again.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's so frustrating when that happens.
How'd you get it to stay, the screen to stay on? Because it stays on, you're filming, and then it goes off.
In the menu, isn't
And then you
there?
have to tap it again to get it to come
yeah.
back on.
Well, you need that though, because it's battery saver, don't you? Because otherwise it will eat through the battery really quickly.
Yeah, but in the time lapse or something. But if you're actually recording with it, surely it's better if it stays on all the time, isn't it?
I'm sure there'd be something in the menu.
Yeah, I couldn't
like
find it because it's
screen off time.
because you can't see the light flashing because it's in the case.
Right.
And of course, if you're behind it and you're going, you think, oh, is it on? It's a black screen, isn't it? So you think, oh, you go, tap it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that over there. Oh, sorry, yeah. It's in the video.
To be honest, I prefer my screen off as often as possible, just to
Yeah.
preserve the battery life, because the battery's not brilliant on these things. If I remember, I mean, this is 10 years ago, but I remember that the floor, your legs went out in front of you, like in a car.
Oh, no, I don't know.
And I was like, well, I like to sit when my legs are down.
Yeah, that's
you
right,
know,
yeah.
and sort of sit up.
The cab seems more.
Yeah.
They all seem bulky now somehow. They're all bulked up cars. Sometimes when you sit in them, it's all huge, like tunnel, and it seems like you're all padded in somehow.
What, in modern cars? or
Yeah,
something?
that's what it seems like to me. It seems like there's no room, you know. What's that?
Ducks
Oh, the ducks.
having a race.
Oh, they're after the female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 2 males.
Randy little buggers.
Yeah.
But
Oh, the male been left on his own. Whoa, what's
Yeah.
the other one's called?
But yeah, I do. The thing is, I mean, some modern cars they do look like the whole cockpit idea. That's all the cockpit around you.
I feel it a
kind
bit.
of-
It looks all right, but I don't like being in it. I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm all squashed in before I'm in it. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And it's all plastic. There's nothing in it.
Especially with the A pillars. Quite often you'll get an A
They're
pillar,
massive, aren't they?
and it's like I can't see. I mean, we're
Yeah.
in the van. You've just got this. Your
Yeah.
view commands the whole road, or
That's
you've got
right,
this
yeah.
commanding view over the road. But a lot of cars, you sit in them, and you've got this massive, great big A pillar right here, and it's like there's this huge chunk of your vision that's
Yeah,
missing,
yeah,
and you sort of
yeah.
have to sort of do this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're sat on it rather than back from it, aren't you? Whereas in your van, the pillar's over here.
yeah, it's just this
Whereas
tiny
it's
little.
like, you know?
I think it's probably because you are a lot closer
Yeah.
to it, so it's like it seems a lot more imposing.
And the roofs in some of them, it's like
Yeah.
I got an I think it was an Audi a while back, and the car looks, you know, you think, oh, that's a nice big car. You get inside, it's like, you know, there's the seats there, and you're like, and the roof's here, and you're like, a nice car.
It's sort of sat in the back
Yeah.
with your seatbelt
You
on.
know, and the tunnels here and the gear you know, you've got a centre console through there, and it's like this wide, pushing your leg up, and you're like this, you're like, you can't move in here. You know, it's really quite bizarre.
Yeah.
I thought,
No,
nah, I'll keep my van, thanks. I like my van.
I don't think I could ever go back to a car.
No, I couldn't. I don't like cars.
So I am sort of a little worried for the future, because if everything's going electric,
Yeah.
I mean, I to tell you, the other day I had a thing from Renault saying about
design your own.
Is it the new Renault Master is now out, all electric?
Yeah.
Click here and design your own, and and we'll build it. So I clicked on it just to see and sort of put a van together, and it was like 70 grand. And it's like, I could buy a Ferrari for that.
It's ridiculous, though, isn't it?
That's crazy.
It is,
you could buy a fully fledged camper van for that.
Yeah, of course you could. That's right. I think it's silly.
But yeah,
I think,
and it had a less than 200-mile range.
I wish there was more conversions available. Really. I mean, I think the idea is great in principle, but practically, I still don't think they work.
The infrastructure just isn't in place.
No, there's no
still.
infrastructure, is there? I mean, if you live in Bristol, for example, which is the closest town to me, I mean, mostly you've got loads and loads of terrace houses, and everybody parks on the road. How do you charge an electric car? Everybody will be walking along, tripping over cables, won't they, all across the pavement? It's stupid.
It'll be called the Bristol Walk, where you have
that's
to pick your feet up over the cables.
Can you imagine it though? It's just, I mean, how are they going to get over that? They say, well, we can't put charging points out in the road, because where would they be charged from? Would they be charged from your house, or were they, or they connected to the street lights, and they're free to charge? You know,
I think most charges you just pay with a debit card.
Yeah, but would you want that outside your house? Like every house had a pay per charge.
Yeah,
it's not going to work, is it? Come on, really thinking about it.
But I was watching a guy on a YouTube video. He had a car for a while, and he was trying out this stuff. And he had to make a journey. He had to get a charge on the way down, and then one on the way back. And he found the car wouldn't tell him. The app on the car didn't tell him where the charge point was, so he had to then download a separate app.
Try and find somewhere.
He said, right, I've got enough range to get to this one, which was like 30 miles away. Drove there, and he couldn't find it. It was like he was right where it said it was. There was no sign of it anywhere. He found another one, which was like another, I can't remember, like 20 or 30 miles away. He managed to get to that. Now, the first time he used it, it was in a Shell garage, and there was a single charger, and he used it. Took him an hour and 20 minutes, charged up, went to his thing. On the way back, he decided to go back to that same Shell garage, and he said just as he was pulling in, somebody went in front of him, and he had to wait an hour and 20 minutes for this guy.
And that's only a top up.
It was one charger.
That's only a top up charge as well, isn't it?
I think it was a full charge. He didn't need a full charge.
Oh, okay.
But he had to wait for this one guy to finish charging before he could go in and charge.
So what if you're travelling?
It was like 2 hours waiting to refuel.
What if you're going down the motorway and you can't find any charge points, your battery goes flat, you'd have to call out the AA.
Well, it's the same as...
Are they going to come out with some batteries and charge you up?
I don't...
We'll have to sit on the hard shoulder for 2 hours just while we charge you up. Or do they tow you off the motorway? I mean,
I'd imagine they'd tow you off. The thing is, I know, like legally, if you run out of fuel on a motorway, it's your fault and you're breaking the law, because when you join the motorway, you would have been aware of your how much petrol you got. So it's your responsibility. So from a legal perspective, I don't know, but I'd imagine they'd tow you to the nearest charging station.
I think that they all carry cans anyway, or they used to.
What, for electric cars?
Oh yeah, no, the petrol.
Yeah.
That's another thing, isn't it? If you run out, you just grab a can and pop down the garage. You can't. What are you going to do? Pop and carry a spare battery? Or
aren't there issues in towing some electric cars?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
A bit like automatics, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have to suspend tow them, don't they, the automatics?
I don't know how it all works. You know what? If I had an electric car, I'd probably carry a generator around in the back of the boot.
Yeah.
I think. And the thing is, you think about the range anxiety. I mean, I rarely go under half full on my tank. Yeah. If I've got half a tank of fuel, I'm like getting anxious that I might run out of fuel. I top it up. So if you imagine that I've got like, you know, 30 miles left and then I'm stuck wherever. The range anxiety involved with that, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I would
It's
go grey overnight.
it's like coming here, isn't it? I mean, we're in the middle of a field
Oh,
and there's no electric.
no, that's true.
I mean, I think it was 65 miles. Is it 60? Was it about the same for you? It's about 65 miles or something like that for me.
It's
to
an
get here.
hour and a half.
I think it was about 65.
So whatever that, I didn't look at the miles. I think it's about 40 or 50. I think for
Oh,
me.
is it? Yeah, I think it was about
Yeah.
65 for me. But you know, you think, well, say that was you had 50. You think, oh shit, how am I going to get home? I can't. How do I charge it up? Do you have to?
Well,
you have to stop
you have
off
to
somewhere
plan
on
a
the way.
stop along the way.
What a pain in the arse! I just.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to sort of going to the garage. It's 5 minutes to fill up.
Yeah.
Worst
And you're
case
on your
scenario,
way
5
again.
minutes, and you're on your way.
What I
Yeah,
can't understand is why can't they use hydrogen or rapeseed oil or anything like
hydrogen
that?
extremely complicated to do? Because I know Honda were
Well,
working
you've
on.
got the HHO, haven't you? Which is hydrogen, but you can add the, the
Yeah, you
HHO generator.
Yeah,
I mean, people can add that to their own engines by building their own HHOs.
yeah, and people have been blowing their engines up
yeah,
doing
I
it.
know, yeah, but you know,
But-
I mean, if it's done properly,
The thing is, you've got the diminishing returns thing, haven't you? Where the amount of power you need to generate the hydrogen,
yeah,
how can I put it? It's like a perpetual motion.
yeah.
You'll never have. There's a name for it. It's sort
Yeah,
of diminishing returns.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's right. Yeah.
But you'll never
It's
have
not
enough power to be self-sustaining.
no. I mean, but then the amount that you actually use, you're only putting in such a small amount. You'll still be using something, but it's more self-returning, if you see what I mean. In some ways, you're only chopping it up by a small amount, whereas you like with the batteries, you're not, because the batteries are going to die over a period of time, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. Well, you get so many years use out of them. Although again, the battery technology is coming on in leaps
It is
and
getting
bounds
better, yeah.
at the moment. I'm kind of hoping by the time they're pricing our types of vehicles off the road, which I'm sure they'll do, the battery technology will have developed to such a point where it's no longer a massive ball ache to just get a charge.
They need to be able to get a fast charge without having a ridiculous amount of power in it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just like they got to have 3-phase and all stuff like that to be able to charge that super quickly. Imagine that sort of power. I was
yeah. Well, and
I
again,
think
it's still drawing from the grid, so we've still got to generate the power.
Did you see the Top Gear one? That he had a rally one. He had a rally car. And it was fully electric.
Really?
It's like, wow.
Ooh.
And they were saying about how he could use it for the RAC rally and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But they said, well, you can only race it for 20 minutes and it's flat. It's like
That sounds like
the range was like 30 miles, and it's like, yeah, but that ain't no good.
Okay.
Because you know you're going, and the power was amazing. It was and the torque in the thing was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, the electric cars are unbelievable.
Wow, you know. But he said 20 minutes, and you know, rally's over. You know, some of these rallies will go on for 8 hours through the night, and you think you can't do that with one of these.
Not gonna work unless they unplug the batteries.
Well, they
and plug
couldn't
new
plug it
batteries
in. It had like 2 Arctic lorries full of charging equipment just to charge it, because it was so powerful. It needed so much power to charge it. It was like, this isn't, you know.
That could be the solution, actually. You have instead of a charging station, you have a battery swap station. So your car pulls up to a little thing comes on, pulls one set of batteries
tried
out.
that. Was it Ford?
Right.
I think Ford did it. They did. I think, was it Ford? I saw a video on it, and it was like back in the 1920s or 1930s.
Oh,
they actually designed an electric car, and they went. You drove into this charge station. It was like they changed the engine, which was basically the batteries. Took the batteries out and swapped them over with a new set, and they were on their way again.
See, that
it was like, wow, and that was like back in the 30s.
That would work if
like
they standardised every car, every electric car that uses exactly the same standard battery, and it's literally a case of pulling one out and pushing another one in.
That'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
That would do it.
Because you'd be like, you could lease that thing like you do with your Cala gas bottles.
Yeah.
You pay for the electric, but not for the battery.
Yeah,
If you see what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Yeah, you pay your upfront fee for your battery, and then you just swap them out.
Yeah, that would work. See,
That would work.
Wouldn't that be a good
There
idea?
we go. Look, we're solving the world's problems here just by sort of shooting the breeze.
But I guess they wouldn't make enough money, so they probably wouldn't do it. I don't know.
Somebody somewhere would make money out of that, but it's getting all the car companies to talk to each other. But there again, at the moment, all the car companies are still, everybody's all being coy about their research and development because it's almost like a space race on at the moment, but for electric cars.
Yeah.
So, but you talking earlier about how that rally car will run out in 20 minutes. It reminded me of did you see the episode where Top Gear James May drove the Bugatti Veyron at its maximum speed? And it was brilliant. They had this massive track, I think it was in Germany, this leaning track.
Oh, yeah.
It went for miles and miles, and I think it was like, I can't remember what the top speed was, 240 or something.
I might have seen that.
But he said they had to design the tyres, and because obviously they're under so much stress at the speed.
Yeah.
He said he was told the tyres will only last about it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He said, but it's okay because at full throttle you'll drain the Bugatti Veyron's fuel tank in 6 minutes, or was it 12 minutes? I can't remember, but it was like a whole tank of fuel in 12 minutes
on full throttle.
That's just insane.
Wow.
That's like space rocket territory.
Flipping it.
Yeah. But
a bit like driving a Ford Transit.
yeah, on my old Jeep.
Yeah.
My old Jeep, right? I had a 4-litre Jeep, and all I never went anywhere apart from to work, which was at South Marston near Honda.
Yeah.
And it was probably 3 miles there, 3 miles back. And I did that 5 times a week, and it cost me 45 quid a week in fuel.
Jeez.
Every time I topped it up, it was always 45 quid. And that was to and from work.
What size engine? No, 4 litre.
4 litre.
So thirsty. Yeah, I remember you used to rev them up there. The whole thing used to go like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Was it a 6-cylinder?
It was. I can't remember. No, it was a V.
It was a V,
V6.
was it?
V. He had that real sort of grunt to it. I loved sitting in my car park just revving it. It was great.
I used to like my Granadas.
Oh yeah.
So I had a couple of 2.8 Granadas. They were lovely.
Oh, I had the 2.8, the SDI Granada, SD1. Was it? No, it's a Rover.
That's Rover.
What's the silver SDI? I had a 2.8 injection gear.
Yeah, that's right.
Granada.
I had one of those.
Yeah.
Which one? Not the square one.
No, it was the newer shape one.
Later one. Yeah, I had one of those. Yeah. Two of those I had. I had a 2 litre gear.
I had an SD1 as well. So there's almost similar shape. With yeah. But I loved that Granada.
They were nice to drive.
Really.
Yeah, I had the 2.8 one. I had a 2.8 one of those, and I had a 2 litre one as well. I just had the old Pinto engine in it. And I had one of the old. I had the old. Is it Mark II Granada, which was the square one.
Okay,
square
I know, yeah.
Which looked like a big Cortina, like a daddy Cortina.
That's right. It was a grown-up Cortina.
Yeah, that's right.
My mate's dad had one years ago.
Yeah, that was a 2.8 as well.
Yeah.
That used to purr at about 120. It used to absolutely fly, but it used to lift on the front. That was the only trouble.
Oh.
It could have done with an extra valance on the front because it got to about 1.10 tons in it, and the front used to lift. It used to get light on the steering. So the front steering used to get
wings on it, it would take off.
Yeah, it was definitely it was light out on the front end. It needed a spoiler or something around the front, push the front down. Because the faster you went, it used to get light on the front end. But it was nice. It really used to fly. Lovely car.
My 2.8 gear Granada, I did drive it.
It was so long.
Maximum speed just to see what I get out of it, and I chickened out at 140.
Oh, got to have that. I think 135 was the best ever guy of mine.
Yeah. But shh, don't tell anyone. That's very frowned upon.
I only got 140.
I only did it once.
I only got 140 once, and that was out of our Delica we had.
Okay.
God, that thing was powerful. And it still had more. You could still, it was still pulling. you know, 140, and it was still going. I thought, my God, this is no, I got to pull off now.
I
Flipping
remember.
it. I was going down the A30. That was donkey shoes. It was dark. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Going down the A30, and I was and it hit 140. I was like, wow, does this thing go?
I remember a mate of mine. He had a souped up Ford Orion.
2.9. That was. That's right.
It was one of those
yeah.
he had it chipped and like all sorts done to it, and we went
Was that CVH?
I can't remember, but all I know is we went night clubbing in Bristol, and we were in Swindon, and on the way home it was like early hours, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like 15 minutes. He floored it all the way down the M4 from Bristol to Swindon, and it was in no time at all.
Yeah.
And we were home in minutes.
You don't realise, do you? Once you put your foot down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember because I'd had a few, so it was just the sensation of speed. Like,
it's like a blur.
It was all a bit surreal. It was because I remember being quite sozzled, but it was just, I remember just being home in minutes.
Yeah.
You know. But obviously it was 2 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody else out on the motorway, but it's still dodgy as anything, especially in them days.
I can remember that. That was in the Granada. It was I think it was
before the days of speed cameras as well.
Oh yeah, long before that. Yeah, that was between. Was it Taunton? I got from Taunton to Portishead in about quarter of an hour. I was like flipping out.
Could you imagine doing that this day and age?
Literally, it was white knuckles, outside lane, 140 mile an hour all the way back. You know, constant. There was no traffic. It was like, again, it was about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. There was nobody about at all.
Got a message from Stephen Michaud here. Hot as hell's kitchen here.
Not here.
It's still stuck.
It's
in
very,
Mexico.
very, very wet.
Yes, it's not cold. It's just wet. It's just so wet. I reckon I'm going to struggle to get out of here tomorrow. So I've got to drive.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how snug it was out there.
They're standing in water now.
I know.
So
half of it's in my shoes.
I'll teach you to wear your slippers outside.
But you look. Holes in the bottom. They're beach shoes. Of course, I thought I'll use them. I'll just stick them on because my shoes got wet from when I went out this morning. So I put them by the heater and thought, I got some in the cupboard. They'll do. I'll just stick them on. Yeah, it's a good idea, Ross. Ones with holes in the bottom. Might as well just gone barefoot, mightn't I?
I was going to say, do you want me to go and get your shoes? So when you go back to your dad, you can have your shoes back.
That's probably still wet. So.
All right.
Right, finish tea. See you in a bit. Morning, guys. How are we this morning? Hooray! The rain stopped. Lots and lots of standing water. Isn't there, Ellie? Very wet out there. We gotta go home. Isn't that always the way? Never mind. Yes, I didn't get to go around and see very much at all really this weekend, which was a bit of a bummer. So I'd like to go on for a few walks and stuff just to sort of explore the area a little bit more, but it was just too wet. It was just rain yesterday. But never mind, that's how it is. At least it's a change, that's the way I see it. And it was nice to meet up with Rick as well. It was nice to see Rick and sort of have a chat with your mates, which was quite nice. So yeah, that's it. We'll be heading off home soon. I'll take Ellie for a little walk around the block, and I've got to take my awning down, pack everything away, and then hello, cheeky. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be up here. You're not supposed to be up here, are you? Are you just coming up to see the people? Are you? Yeah, so yes, just going to head off home, won't we? Take you out first. You haven't met your breakfast. Your biscuits are still down there, you silly bugger. Have you seen your biscuits? Got biscuits down there. You haven't met them yet, have you? Likes the cuddles, don't you? Like cuddles. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. So thanks for coming, guys. Love and light to everybody. Have a great rest of the week, and